Hey everybody, welcome back to another update. I am just coming off of a cold here. I had the sniffles the last few days, so I've delayed on uploading a new video. Didn't want to have those sniffles going on constantly, so I decided to wait on that for a little bit. I appreciate all of the comments from everyone that are coming in to the channel, so please keep those coming. It helps me know whether or not you're enjoying the content, and also keep hitting those thumbs up buttons as well. That also lets me know that the content I'm providing is being useful or that you're enjoying it. So let's get into things. How are things going? Well, things are still going good. I'm still seeing results, which we'll get into in just a moment. First, I did want to share that I did have a couple of weak moments, which I do partially blame on that cold that I caught. After all, I think the saying is starve a fever and feed a cold, isn't it? So maybe there is something to that after all, because I have to tell you, I felt hungrier than I ever have since starting Saxenda, and I gave into a donut that I got into a staring contest with, and on another night I chowed down on some pepperoni pizza. And the thing about that, though, is I listened to my body and I ate. I was hungry, despite not making the best choice. So it was just one of those situations for me where I ate what looked good and what sounded good. And after reflecting on it, after that occurred, I'm okay with it. And one reason for that is because my brain had gone straight to wanting an ice cold can of Coca-Cola with that pizza. My soul was saying, not to do that, but my legs walked over to that refrigerator anyway, and my hands cracked open that can. And the thing of it is, I took a sip, and I was just taken back by how sweet that soda tasted. My wife looked at me and I was like, do you want this? I'm like, it is too sweet. And she took it off my hands for me, and I gladly went back to drinking my water. So I took that as a victory despite giving into the pizza. So it was a nice reminder of the medication working, and things that I am trying to stay away from. So I was actually kind of surprised. I haven't been drinking soda at all virtually since I started Saxenda. So I am a Coca-Cola lover, and man, I gotta tell you that I was just so surprised by that sip I took and how sweet that soda really was. And I think I'll just continue to stay away from soda because, man, that was quite an experience there. Um, so with that, I used that slip up as motivation, for getting up early the next morning. I drove to the gym and I got a workout in before the start of the workday. And feeling good about that lasted throughout that day, and gave me something to build on and recover from making some poor eating choices. But I'm not going to beat myself up over that. It happens, and we have to learn to be okay with that. So the other good news is that things got better as I started to recover from my cold. And I feel that I'm back on track now. And fortunately, it doesn't seem to have slowed down my progress, as I'm happy to share that as of this morning, I weighed in at 200.4. So, man, I'm almost there. I almost reached my end of January goal. It's so close. I'm kind of holding off on getting too excited about it, though, because I expect the weight to fluctuate over the next couple of days. I just haven't really been weighing myself every day over the last several days. So I don't know if I had been getting down to that point and I was bouncing around up and down, and that's where I'm at right now, or what's going on. So I will keep you up to date on that, and who knows, maybe I'll get underneath 200 by next week. I'm going to keep hitting that gym and staying on track with eating healthy, sensibly, really I should say, because healthy is subjective, I think. For me, it's really been about portion control and just making smart choices. Healthy doesn't mean having to eat like a rabbit all the time. So the other thing too is that here in 2 days, it'll coincidentally mark the completion of my last box of Saxenda here. This one here is empty, and I did pick up my new box today. Again, it cost me $25, so I highly encourage you to take a look at the Saxenda Savings Program because it is worth it. And if you have any questions about that, drop a comment down below or go back and watch some of my previous videos where I do talk about that. This box, as I was preparing to make this video today, made me think of weighing myself more frequently and logging my weigh-in so I can track how much weight I lose per box of Saxenda. I thought that could be a fun stat to track, and over time, if it's consistent, I could potentially predict when I reach my goal. So this was my first prescription fill of a box that I had, where my first prescription was a single pen, followed by a second pen. For those of you who were watching my week 1 and week 2 video, you may recall when I talk about that. And my doctor wanted to make sure I was responding well to the medication before we went with a box that contains 5 pens. So I don't know. I thought tracking that a little bit more closely, it could be something interesting to watch. So anyhow, I somewhat celebrated hitting the 200-pound mark for the first time in who knows how long. It's probably been years since I've weighed that much, by wearing a large shirt today. So it's not quite a slim fit, but I was able to slip it on and wear it comfortably throughout the day. So it served as a nice reminder to me to keep down the path and keep going at it. And that reminds me to share with everyone to find ways of encouragement for yourself. As you exercise, think of the positivity of the steps you're taking for yourself to create a healthier you. And think less of exercise as a burden. And remember that exercise doesn't have to be something intense. It can be as simple as a walk in the neighborhood and breathing in the fresh air and just focusing on nothing but you and what you're trying to achieve for yourself. For me, going to the gym is walking on the treadmill at a nice brisk pace. I'm not jogging, I'm not running, I'm really not a fan of running. I may also do some light weight training by using the dumbbells to do some bicep curls, for example, do some tricep extensions, and hitting the leg machines, just to kind of mix it up a little bit when I'm there, kind of keep things interesting. So, all right, everyone. Well, that's it for this week. I'd appreciate anyone who clicks that thumbs up button, as it lets me know you like the content, and also drop a comment if there's anything you'd like to ask about my experience thus far, or if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to talk about it in an upcoming video. So thanks for all the comments. Keep them coming, and until next time.